Hi, and welcome back to the Herbalife 24 Sports Nutrition Training Series. I'm Dr. Dana Ryan, and this is part 4 of our 4-part Sports Nutrition, Herbalife 24, and Healthy Active Lifestyle trainings. And now, maybe most importantly, how to help your body recover after you work out. So the thing about exercise that we don't often talk about is that it actually puts a lot of stress on your body, and there's a lot of damage that's done to your body as you're training. We typically focus on all of the amazing health benefits, and there certainly are countless health benefits to exercise, but if you don't take care of your body in terms of nutrition, it becomes harder and harder to recover, and it makes it more difficult for you to train at a high level day in and day out. So that's why your post-workout nutrition becomes really important. So everything that we're going to talk about in terms of post-workout nutrition, ideally you want to do within 30 minutes of finishing your workout. 30-45 minutes of your finishing is perfect. So this is a time when your body's really going to utilize the nutrients that you're giving it after you finish your workout. So that's not to say not to eat if you don't get your good nutrition in within 30 minutes, but the ideal time is within 30 to 45 minutes of finishing your workout. And this is where proteins become really important. So we've talked about in sections 2 and 3 the importance of carbohydrates. In section 3 we talked about the importance of being hydrated and having adequate electrolytes. But post-workout, this is when protein really comes into play. So this is when we go all the way back to section 1. We think about what happens when you consume protein. It's broken down into those amino acids. They enter your muscles, and they really start to help with the repair and the rebuilding process. So what we suggest is post-workout, 20 to 40 grams of high-quality protein in combination with carbohydrates. But the most important thing is you're getting at least 20 grams of protein. So at the beginning, again, back to section 1, we talked about our entire scientific advisory board. Our goal is really focused on putting out good quality products that are based on nutrition. And we're talking about post-workout nutrition, that's certainly no exception. So if you look at this graph that we have on the screen, you're gonna see on the bottom, it's the amount of protein consumed post-workout versus a measure of basically muscle growth. And what you can see is from 0 to 20, there's kind of a linear increase in the amount of muscle growth that happens when you consume between 0 and 20 grams of protein. And then it sort of starts to flatten out between 20 to 40 grams. And this is really that peak period, that peak range for protein consumption. So no matter how big you are, what size you are, you want to hit at least 20 grams, but then no more than 40 grams. Because if we continue this graph out, it would actually flatten out. So this isn't a case where more is more and more is better. Really, in terms of muscle growth, 40 is kind of the max that you want to go. But it's not just protein alone. So there's a big myth that, oh, I just need whey protein post-workout and that's all my body needs. But the reality is it's really protein plus carbohydrates that are going to give you the maximum benefit. So if we look at the graph that you can see in the middle, it shows the combination of carbohydrates plus amino acids. So those puzzle pieces back to section 1 that really help build out your muscles. And you can see you have the highest level of muscle growth that occurs when you have carbohydrates plus protein. So despite the myths that you might hear out there, you really need the two, because what happens is when you consume them together, the carbohydrates spike your insulin levels, which essentially opens the gates, opens the doors for those amino acids to enter the muscles. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this series, and I will see you all soon.